Hello and welcome. This is TVC News at 10. We apologize for starting a bit late, but this edition of TVC News features flashback, a recap of stories that made headlines during the week. But first, let's take today's news. The Nigeria Police Force has commenced the enforcement of third-party motor insurance across states to ensure compliance with the directive of the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Ehbetokun, and that's to ensure motorists have valid documents. In Ogun State, the Commissioner of Police, Lanre Ogunlowo, led the enforcement team to monitor the compliance level among motorists in major areas of Abeokuta. The police public relations officer in the state, Omolola Odutola, says the exercise revealed significant adherence to the directive, but some motorists appealed for additional time to update their vehicle insurance. She maintains that the Commissioner of Police educated motorists on the importance of the third-party motor insurance and encouraged them, that particularly those who have not done it, to go and do the needful. Well, moving on to Akwa Ibom State, the State Commissioner of Police, Baba Azare, led an enforcement team to crack down on motorists without valid third-party vehicle insurance. Several vehicles were impounded after their owners failed to provide the necessary documents, including those belonging to a local government deputy chairman, among other prominent citizens of the state. The IGP had directed that starting from today, the 1st of February, police across the country are required to check that motorists have their third-party insurance certificates. Well, let's try to bring in the Commissioner of Police in Akwa Ibom State, Baba Azare. He joins us on the news at 10 to help us understand why is it important for this enforcement to start now. It's good to have you join us on the news at 10. If you're with us, Commissioner, I was asking why, can you help us understand what prompted the enforcement of the third-party vehicle insurance? Particularly, why now?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly, sir. We're just going to ask you, what prompted this enforcement in the first place? Why now?
It is the position or the provision of the law that the Inspector General of Police directed that it has to be enforced. And that is why the enforcement is coming at this time. Meanwhile, you remember the IG has given a lot of grace for Nigerians to obtain this third-party insurance in compliance with the provisions of the law. So the grace period has elapsed and the directives was then given. And so today, we went round to enforce the instruction of the Inspector General of Police that all motorists plying Nigeria roads must comply with the provision of Section 68 of the Insurance Act of 2003 and Section 312 of the Third-Party Insurance Act.
But taking a look at the number of police officers we have in Nigeria, how do you plan to ensure all motorists, across the states comply with this directive?
It is very easy because provided you will ply the road, our men will be on the road to ensure that you show the necessary documents that you are carrying before plying those roads. So it's very easy to enforce it. And we also had carried out a lot of sensitization exercises before now for the motorists to have their own insurance intact before plying the roads, before today. And thank God a lot have complied, so they have no problem with the police.
But what measures will be taken against motorists who fail to produce proof of insurance?
We will impound the vehicles and prosecute accordingly based on the provisions of the law.
But one would have expected more engagement with the public before this enforcement, because not a lot of persons would have heard about this enforcement starting today. Many motorists may not be aware of the importance of the third-party insurance. Do you have any plans to still educate the public?
The educating the public is moving hand in hand with the enforcement, because earlier before now, I told you that they were sensitized nationwide, and at the end of the day, the day's grace given came to pass. So no time is too much or too small for this enforcement to take effect. Because if you continue to suspend it and give time, the time will never come. So the best is, while we are enforcing the law, they will be complying by getting their papers, documents intact. Meanwhile, all the vehicles impounded, we have given them grace of time to quickly go and put up their papers and bring them to us so that we can be able to release their vehicles for them.
So all they have to present are just the papers and not paying an extra fee for you impounding their vehicles?
No, not at all, not at all. We are not revenue generators.
Because I was gonna, for a lot of persons, particularly motorists, right, they are concerned that this enforcement exercise may lead to harassment or extortion of motorists, because we've heard and seen videos of police sometimes harassing motorists.
That is why you are there to be their watchdogs. You will be monitoring for them as well, and they will always get in touch with you where they have such extortion issues or molestation or corruption. They will report to you, and you'll be able to get to know that this is what is happening. But so far, so good. It is done with very what am I saying, with the level of professionalism involved in it is very high. Our officers are very professionals, and they are very courteous with members of the public.
Commissioner of Police in Akwa Ibom State, Baba Azare, thank you so much for talking to us on TVC News.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.